Hello and welcome to 5 Minutes in the Shed. So, yeah, here's the bike, there it is, seatless after the last video and the crushing disappointment of not being able to rebuild the seat. So, I've been looking and scratching around for other things that I can do in the meantime. Still haven't got my engine back. Time's ticking, getting a bit worried about that. But one thing I hadn't done was the gearbox, right? So let me take you over to the bench and I'll show you my gearbox. Okay, welcome to Gearbox bench cam. So the gearbox was all actually okay. There was it was dirty and there was a bit of water in it as well, which is bad. But I cleaned it all out, and there was a bit of rust on a couple of bits, like the gear selector was a bit rusty on the edge, but it's okay. It's all cleaned up all right. So I cleaned all the bits, checked all the gears and everything for chips and teeth missing and stuff like that. Everything looks good. So I've got everything laid out. I've got some gear oil here that I'm just going to lube a few bits as I put it together. So we've got kickstart shaft needs to go in first, I believe. So that'll go in, followed by that, followed by that. So that'll be in, and then the main shaft in, and then the gears on the main shaft will go on the main shaft, and then the lay shaft will go in, and then the gear selectors will go on. And then the pin for the gear selectors go in, and then the gear selector plate goes on top of the gear selectors, and then the pin pivot for that goes in with a split pin, and then the gear indicator goes on the top of it. That's the plan. I did do a little bit of polishing on the outside because I couldn't resist it. So that's all ready to go back together. So I reckon. I'm slurping my tea. I reckon it's time to cue the music. Okay, so transmission's back together. If it looks different, it's because it's dark now, because I just had to walk the dog. Anyway, I'm back. It's back together. Put the gear indicator on, and I've put the Woodruff key in there so I don't lose it. I just put the final drive sprocket on just to support the end of it really while I was playing with it. So kickstart should turn the engine, which it does, and it should come back up. Sorry, it turns the engine like that and then comes back up and locks. It's good. Cam plate for the gears here, that's in neutral there, and then that's first gear there. So that's first gear, and then comes over to second gear there, and then third just about, and fourth gear at the end. There. Nice. Come on. Back to neutral there. Lovely. It's a lovely little gearbox, these. I do like these gearboxes because you can. The cool thing, what I like about them is that you can build the whole gearbox up like that. It's all in like one big chunky piece like that, and then I've got to put a new bearing on the end of the lay shaft in the gearbox. That's a needle roller that sits in the case, and you put that one in first, and then you get the whole lump and then you just slide the whole lump into the casings. So you know, it's not too scary. You know what I mean? It's just one big lump of gearbox, and then obviously then you have to have the epic fight with the gearbox kickstart return spring, which I'm sure anyone who's done it will know is a bit of a pain in the arse. But yeah, it's all good. No gasket on the inside. That sits flush against the engine case. If you do put a gasket in there, you end up with slop, and that's bad. All right, so you can put a gasket in, but it has to be very, very thin paper one. So yeah, gearbox is there, ready for an engine that I haven't got because it's still at Patrick Seeger's being done. I'm worried about it. I'm sure it'll come back soon. But yeah, it's another bit ready to go. So I've got all my engine parts there. Actually, I'll show you. Let me just pick the camera up and the microphone. My microphone. Let me grab that and put my microphone on my jacket like that, so you can continue to hear me. So I've got the transmission there, and I've got, coming up the workbench, I've got the outside case in there for the gearbox, the tappets, rockers are all built, ready to go. Valves are going to be replaced, but you know they're there. Timing side, clutch side there. The clutch is here. Oh, this is out the gearbox. That's the thing that holds the selector plate. So I need to clean that. Primary chain, clutch rollers, clutch springs there, electronic ignitions over there, the old cord rings which we're not going to use. I have got to clean the primary chain case up. I suppose that's something I can do. Yeah. The other job, I think the next video is I've got here a brand new power box, regulator rectifier. I did have a Boya power box on this bike, but I stole it for Project Tribza ages ago. So need to do that. So back down the bench. Yeah, so there's gearbox. Lovely transmission. Yeah. So just need my engine back. Right, thanks for watching. See you later.